Welcome back. I'm so excited that you are back on your mat. I'm excited to be back on mine. Have a great class today. We're going to be working on the featured pose, Dolphin. So if you haven't done Dolphin yet, you're going to love this. If you have done Dolphin, I'm hopeful that you will find new ways to move into your Dolphin pose. We're going to go through a round of warm-up, 3 rounds of Sun Salutations, 2 rounds of flow, and then we'll work deeper into Dolphin. Now, that might sound like a lot, but I promise it's not. And with that, today's class is about gratitude, being hyper present, hyper joyful for all of the things that we have. I can tell you that I am very grateful to be here on my mat. I'm very grateful that you're joining me. I am grateful to be filming yoga on location next week. You'll have to come back and see that for what the location is, but it's really good and I can't wait to practice with you. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start today in child's pose. So you're gonna get down on your hands and knees, lower yourself down, and then go ahead and walk your hands out. Feel that stretch. Start to exhale some of the stiffness. Calm your mind. Exhale all of the thoughts that might be racing through it. Take a moment, get present, and then from child's pose, we're going to stretch to the left-hand side of the mat. So go ahead and stretch over. You want to sit your hips back down as much as you can. You should be feeling this down your right side body. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come up, stretch to the right side of your mat. And as you exhale, let your hips sink down. You should be feeling this down your left side body. One more inhale. And exhale. The next inhale, we're going to come up to cat-cow. Now, the goal here is to push up through your shoulders, kind of getting ready for preparing for Dolphin later in the practice. Stretch up, then drop your belly all the way down. Exhale. On the inhale, come back up to cat. Round your back. The exhale. Let it all out. Might feel good to you to sway your hips around just a little bit. You can do that. Just opening everything up. Your inhale, go ahead and sit up. You're going to clasp your hands behind your back and push your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale. The goal is to push your chest forward, almost like a bow and arrow. You should be feeling that stretch across the front side of your chest. You may be feeling it through your shoulders here. If you've got a good grasp on your hands behind you, you can drop your ear down to your right shoulder. And then on the next inhale, go ahead and put your left ear over and drop your right shoulder down just a little bit. Okay, we're going to come forward into a plank position, and we're going to do that exercise one more time where you're pushing up through your shoulders. And in a plank, you shoot the energy out through your heels and then push up, making sure to lock your core. You're going to drop your knees. We're going to come down to a puppy pose. So your knees will stay up like cat-cow, and then let your arms walk out in front of you. Get your chest down to the mat. Inhale, exhale. Your next inhale, come up to all fours, and you're going to step your foot up to Tadasana. Arms all the way up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Give yourself just a second there in that forward fold. On your next inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. If you need to grab a block, you can grab a block. We're going to move your feet as wide as the mat for a wide leg forward fold. So inhale, exhale, sink deeper. Then your next inhale and exhale, you're going to walk your hands over to the left and fold your body over your left leg. Now you might want to turn your foot out just a little bit. I know mine always feels better when I turn it out just the tiniest bit. Exhale. Okay, walk your hands over to the right, turn your foot out just a tiny bit. Inhale, and exhale, fold over your right leg. Okay, go ahead and walk your hands back to heart center, or center of your mat. Bring your feet back into the center. You can put your palms on the mat, and we're going to step back with the left foot. So right foot behind your right hand, left foot back, knee down. Just hold on in that low lunge for just a second. I just like to move my hips around a little bit. Feels good on my hip flexors and psoas. Your next inhale, step your right foot back to plank, left foot up behind your left hand, knee down. I'm going to take a second in that low lunge. Okay, step your foot up to a forward fold. Fold over at the waist. Enjoy that stretch along the back side of your body, your calves, hamstrings. On your inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then next inhale, all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, all the way down to a forward fold. All right, we're going to do that Sun Salutation one more time. So we're going to put hands on the mat, right foot behind the right hand, step your left foot all the way back, knee down. Not as long on this side. So with the inhale, bring your foot back to plank. Exhale your left foot behind your left hand and drop your right knee down. And then on your next inhale, bring your right foot up to forward fold, hinge at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to Tadasana. Hands up, stretch up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands all the way down to the floor. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold again. All right, last round of Sun Salutations. So we're going to do hands down on the mat. Right foot behind your right hand. Step back with your left foot. And we're going to keep the knee up off the mat into a runner. And then bring your hands up to the sky for crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, just a little bit deeper. Next exhale, hands down to the mat for plank. Right foot back, left foot up, and bring your arms up to crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale, sink just a little bit deeper. Hands down to the mat, step up with your right foot, and hinge at the waist, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands down on the mat, walk your feet back to a plank, and you're gonna come into either an up dog or a cobra. So cobra, you're gonna have legs down on the mat, push up through your hands. Up dog, similar with your legs off the mat. So take a moment. We're gonna come back into a downward facing dog. First down dog of the day. Pedal your feet out just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to bring your knee to your chest. And then on the exhale, we're going to come back to a down dog. Now, I'm going to prep a little bit for dolphin. So you're going to drop your right elbow down to the mat, and you're going to lift your right leg up to the sky, challenging your balance just a little bit. Come back, foot back down to the mat, and return to downward facing dog. You're going to step your right foot behind your right hand, rotate your left foot down, and come up to a warrior one. Just give yourself just a second there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Peaceful warrior. Slide your left hand down the back of your leg, right arm up over the top. And on your exhale, you're going to cartwheel hands down to the mat for a runner with your knee up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your right foot back into a plank. Come back down into your up dog or your cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. In your down dog, you want to press your heels down as much as you can to the mat and push down through all four corners of your palm. So you should flatten between the shoulders just a little bit. Okay, go ahead and drop your right elbow down. Lift up your left foot. Left leg down. Arm back up, just the same way we came in. From down dog, step your left foot behind your left hand. Drop your right foot down. Come up into warrior one. Inhale. On your exhale, bring your right hand down the back side of your leg for peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel, hands back down to the mat into a plank. Okay, so that was our first flow. We're going to go through that flow one more time. If you want to take a second in a child's pose. The goal in child's pose is multifaceted. One being to physically get your hips as close as you can to your feet. Let that release happen in your low back, but also to calm your heart rate, calm your mind, and clear your thoughts. The goal of yoga is a moving meditation, meaning if a thought comes in, just let it go right back out the other side. They'll still be here when you get off of your mat. Observe the thought, but don't have any resistance. There's no point in making yourself feel bad about thinking when you're supposed to be going through your moving meditation. You set this time aside for you, so we're going to maximize it as much as possible. All right, so we're going to go through one more round of flow, and then we're going to get into dolphin pose. So from child's pose, go ahead and come up to a plank position, and then on your exhale into upward facing dog. And then into downward facing dog. So take a couple breaths in your down dog. Okay, inhale. You're going to bring your right knee to your chest. You're going to push up through your shoulders. Bring that knee up as much as you can. And then back to downward facing dog. Drop the right elbow down to the mat. Lift your left leg high. Left leg down, right arm back up. And from your down dog, look up to your hands. Step your right foot behind your right hand. Left foot rotates down to the floor. And come up into peaceful warrior. Inhale. And on your exhale, back. Cartwheel your hands back down to the mat to plank. And you're going to do your up dog cycle one more time. Dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to bring your left knee to your chest. Exhale back to down dog. Drop your left arm down to the mat. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Bring the leg back down and back into your down dog. Look forward at your hands, left foot behind your left hand, circle your right foot down, and you're going to come up into warrior one. Goal is to push your right hip just a little bit forward, sink down, try to pull your left hip back. This should help with your alignment. Inhaling on your exhale, right hand down the back side of your leg, left arm up over the top for peaceful warrior. And on the exhale, cartwheel your hands back down to the mat. So you're coming in a plank, up dog, flip your feet, back to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Close out this flow. Anything that is on your mind, let that go with every exhale. Inhale, feel the white space filling your chest. Exhale, let the chaos float away. Let the clarity come in, the peace come in, and anything that feels tight, feels like resistance, let that out with every single exhale. Okay, so we're going to work on dolphin pose next. You can start two ways. You can start either in a child's pose or from down dog. Let's go from down dog. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now the goal here would be to drop your left arm and then your right arm, so you can stay arms parallel and then push your weight back. You can also, if you haven't done dolphin before, you want to start with your hands clasped, elbows out, making a triangle. You can come into that posture as well. Hips up. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing, sliding your body so your head is moving back and under. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and put my arms out parallel. I've been working on dolphin a couple days. Getting ready for this class today. So a couple more inhales and exhales. Dolphins are, as a spirit animal, full of joy, full of curiosity, full of gratitude, very in the present, very playful. So if there is something that you take away from this practice today as we work through dolphins, I hope it is that you bring more joy and playful curiosity back to the rest of your day. Childlike shenanigans. So with that, we're going to close out with one breathing exercise. If you want to come to a seated pose, you can also lay in Shavasana if that's more comfortable for you. But we're going to do a 4-count breath. So settle in. Get all the wiggles out. Okay. So we're going to inhale to the count of 4. We're going to hold that for just a breath. And then we're going to exhale also to a count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Hold it. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Take a moment in Shavasana on your mat. Just a couple of small things from Soul-Led Yoga. Next week, we are filming on location. I'm super, super excited. You might hear the sound of water in the background of your yoga practice. You might see some waves, some palm trees. So keep an eye for that. This will be the last class that I record before filming on location next week. So I hope that I see you back next week and join me on the mat for yoga on location. Until next time, namaste. Love you, mean it. Bye.